Guys, and live Vinny's Talk Live. Justice4Kiely. Justice4Kiely. And what does that look like? It says transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. Let's just see if it fixes itself, because we've been having problems with the live and I'm not really quite sure what's going on with that. Let me see here. Hopefully we're getting some, what is going on here with this? I don't know if you guys could hear that popping. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm trying to fix it. What's up? Can you guys hear that popping noises? Man, what is going on with this? Seriously? Alright. Looks like it. Transmission is unstable due to a weak network. Anyways, welcome you guys to the live here on Vinny's Talk Live. This is Justice4Kiely. What does justice look like for Kylie now? I want to just welcome you guys to the stream. And as you guys may have been hearing about all this, all the news going around and everything that happened about Kylie and how how her death was ruled an accidental by drowning and whatnot. So I'm just here to say, I'm here to talk about a lot of things actually. First of all, I want to touch on how the LE law enforcement handled this. Not so good. And there's other YouTube channels out there and all the law enforcement that supposedly covered this and how they funked it up from the beginning, right? And everybody wants to say, just accept it. It's an accident, and this is that. You know, this is this is that. But this is not how our justice system works, right? This is not how we accept things in life. And the amount of things that went on in this case, the amount of people that were following this case, the way everything happened, the way they handled it from the start, just like I said, it seemed like they didn't want to, it just really didn't seem like they cared from the beginning. They did a lot of stuff like, not care about where she was, They say this, I just can't put my head around it. Like they say that they were putting these man hours, all this time, and all this equipment they were using, and they still didn't seem to find her. What was confirmed in her autopsy is that she had low amounts of alcohol and THC. But did they test her for other things like, I don't know, poison, anything that's like poisonous or something that could maybe they were drinking something they weren't supposed to, or, supposedly there was a lot of kids, right? There was tons of people at this party, and Lord knows what they were doing or what they had their hands on, And I'm sorry, but I just don't believe for one sec that it's an accident by drowning. And whoever is, once again, these are just my opinions, guys. But whoever in Truckee wants to keep this information keep this information from not sharing it with, because I believe they know, right? You guys know, you were there, and I promise you that you will have to live with the guilt. One day, I'm just saying, one day, someone's going to come out. I feel it. I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing that there's no one that were there. There's no one that was at that party that honestly believes that they're just going to hold with this secret for as long as they think they are. You know what I mean? I don't. I see when I looked at that autopsy, when I looked at the whole report, in respect to the family, and I know other things. What's up, Sean? Welcome to the stream, buddy. I appreciate you, man. I hope that all of missing people get the justice they deserve, as well as Miss Gabs. Miss Gabby. I hope her mom and dad get closure, because justice, man, is so hard to come by. And I feel like the reason why we, as YouTubers, I feel like the reason as YouTubers why we just feel like this is such like we don't want to accept the fact that this is an accident, because everything that had happened from the start is just bullshit. That whole town of Truckee is bullshit. The way they started this investigation is bullshit, right? I'm sorry, but these are just my opinions, man. Welcome to the stream, guys. Justice4Kiely. You know what I'm saying? I guess for me, I'm gonna keep talking about how I feel, and people are they're gonna be like, man, we hear you every day about Justice4Kiely, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta get it out. Sometimes you gotta talk about what's on your mind. So some may say that could it have been an accident? Could she, like, what do you think about it, Sean? Like, honestly, what's your opinion? Like, honestly, like, could she have had an accident? I mean, for me personally, I'm not saying she couldn't have had an accident. I mean, yeah, it could have happened, but just so many things that had happened that went wrong at that party, and things that didn't add up before that, which makes me to believe that it wasn't, right? Everything from the way how they identified her by a detective, by facial, like aren't you supposed to identify by fingerprint? I mean, how they identified her, how they pulled her vehicle from the water, flipping it up and doing all this, like, turning and all this other shit. How many times they had to, how many hours they had to put hours into the search to basically say that they couldn't locate her, or they didn't have a drone in the sky that they wouldn't be able to see her. Are you kidding? I mean, she was 50. The car was like 50 feet from shoreline, and then missing, and then this is fucking really crazy. And leaving things so other people could recover, like, do a proper investigation. That was so whack, dude. You know what I'm saying? That was disrespect on her life. You know what I'm saying? The way they conducted it, and then the way they released the autopsy and the findings, and how they just said this is an accident. Now let me say something here. Like, when they went to the campground, the party, right? Samantha Smith, her friend, she was supposedly drinking, right? Samantha Smith said that Kylie was drinking too. They were drinking together, and they were going and sharing the washroom together and amongst friends, and there was people there. And this is also the fucking, I'm sorry, the this is also the thing that makes me scratch my head, like, and it honestly makes me think when Sammy told, when she was on the interview with blah blah blah, I really don't feel like saying his name, but Mr. Dodgeman. Anyways, when Sammy said that she was she didn't say, she said that they were having fights. They were having play fights. This was going on at the Prosser, or whatever you want to call it, the campground there in Truckee, near Truckee, the Truckee way. Truckee bullshit. Anyways, the fact that she said they had these fights, these play fights, they weren't, intentional, they weren't bodily harm, they weren't being like, seriously, people weren't trying to hurt each other, but I just don't understand, because this could have really, like, somebody could have got really hurt. Like, we don't know actually what happened. She's playing it off like these fights were just playful, but you know what I'm saying? In the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, no, maybe these fights weren't just playful. Like, maybe some shit went down, and I know this is speculation, and I know that, but I really feel like they had got into an argument, right? I mean, after all, she said they bring boxing gloves, guys. Boxing gloves, and they had these fights out there. Supposedly they, you know what I'm saying, they were doing other things. Sammy said, she said they were doing other things. They were going back and forth. They were going back and forth to Kylie's car, charging her phone. Then they went off to do other things. What were those other things, though? Care to share with us, Sammy? What were those other things that you were doing? No. God forbid. God forbid she wouldn't share these things. And I know there's a lot of people out there that believe Jagger was involved, but he was supposedly cleared by law enforcement, right? The autopsy of Kylie Rodney was as complete. I just don't know how to feel about certain things in there. But even in the autopsy, it says low levels of alcohol, right? Could it just be that the alcohol level that was in Kylie's body was a sign of just because her body was decomposing, right? Could it be that maybe maybe she had a little, obviously she had THC in her test. But the thing that gets me the most in all these different tests they were running, when I looked at the report, I know they tested for other drugs, but did they really test for fentanyl? I don't think they specifically tested for that. And other drugs have poisons and stuff like that, but no. And they also, see, the thing that gets me, they didn't test blood. Why they didn't test blood, and why they didn't test for something with her brain? If you look at the report, it says there was almost kind of like a digital whiteout mark when you check off the list, when you see that they didn't do very much testing, guys. Right? So what does that tell you? thorough investigations will bring you thorough results. Sammy Smith said that they did a thorough investigation on the water. Right? How they identified her, not the correct way, according to a professional law enforcement. So what I've heard on YouTube, it's not the correct way. The way they handled this, and ADP comes out. Now they're being praised all over YouTube, right? I think accountability is what needs to come forth in California, especially in Truckee. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Truckee. I'm sharing my opinion and my thoughts, right? But this is a stream for Justice4Kiely, because in order for things to change, people need to be accountable for their actions. The way they handled this investigation needs to be more accounted for. I don't understand some of the stuff. Excuse me, guys. How do you identify someone when they pass away? And the coroner asked the family of Kylie's to come down. She says, Kylie's mom, it says in the report that she says, I want to be notified by text. I don't want to drive down and look at the report. Who says that? What mother, father, son, daughter? If your loved one passes away, wouldn't you drive up, get off your ass, and go and see your loved ones pass so you could identify them? It's so bad and it's so sad, but it's something that's important to me, that I keep fighting for Justice4Kiely. 17 minutes in, guys, and I appreciate everyone who's in the stream. If there's not many people in here, oh well. Like, subscribe to the video, man. Anyways, like, subscribe to the channel, But anyways, like, I just can't get this out of my head. Everything that has gone on in this case. And people out there telling me to leave it alone. How are you so invested in this? Why should you keep talking about this? Why do you keep bringing up this? Because there is things that we as people in life need to fight for, right? This should never happen to anyone. And it's very sad, right? When I think about from the beginning of, everything, say a prayer. When I think about everything that happened in the beginning and how it all played out, not one person seemed to care. Not one person seemed to care. And the one thing in life we all know, right? The one thing in life that's promised to us all is death. But in that time we have a vow from God to live our life in peace. And in that time, we all deserve life. But if something happens to our loved ones, they deserve justice. And what's going on here is not right. Vengeance is upon us, my friends. Vengeance is upon the town of Truckee. Karma will always make its way around, right? As we think about life and how precious life is, not a lot of people care and think about that, right? Because I'm talking to you guys. The people of Truckee, California, and the friends and the people that attended the campground at Prosser. Right? They're the ones that have to live with this. Whether or not you want to come forward or not, there will always be a judgment day. And that's guaranteed for all of us, guys. I mean, you know that. That's guaranteed for all of us. So, it's sad to think about that no one was there for her. But we have a lot of supporters. She has a lot of supporters. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everyone out there supports the cause and raising this awareness. The reason why I do this is because I want to keep her spirit alive. Says the game is over. Kylie was it. God bless. Someone at the party could. I believe that whoever knows anything will come to the light. Whoever has to live with this will come to the light. God is good, but God sees everything. So whatever's in the dark shall come to the light. This is what I was talking about in my last podcast, guys. Thanks for whoever joined here the stream, and I appreciate you guys commenting and whatnot. I do these live streams once in a while, but especially now because I want to bring awareness to this case, and I just want justice for Kylie, man. I really do. So much shit that went wrong. And I feel like the more people that come forward and talk about it. Yes, God's chosen one. Welcome. God bless. God bless you too, Sean. I appreciate all my subscribers. Everybody that's on the page, man. Even the haters. Haters are motivators. It's all good, man. Time is running out. Yeah. I heard about that. I know. But we just have to remain and keep a positive vibe going. But anyways, like I said, this is just we need people, man. We need people to keep talking about this. Hope so. They're running home. Yeah. So, like I said, I just wanted to come up on here and talk for a few minutes, guys. It's about 24 minutes in. And this stream is Justice4Kiely. I hope everybody can get and I hope everybody just keeps a positive mindset through these hard times. It's not easy, man. It's definitely not easy. But you guys can see the lights behind me. I don't know. I thought they looked cool. The actors in the paper trail. Wow. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining, the stream. And Justice4Kiely, Justice for Gabby Petito. Keep raising awareness. We want to keep talking about these kind of things and keep her name in the light. And let's find the truth. And justice will prevail, right? But only through the Lord. God bless. Till the next time, man. Peace out, guys. Peace.